Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you're having a great day. Take another look here at LDO. In fact, this is a request from one of my Twitter followers, if I'm not mistaken, Anna9595. Thank you so much for the request. Absolutely going to be able to take care of that. I'll post that here shortly. All right, so what we want to take a look at here with LDO is a few things. First of all, backend data. Obviously, kind of understand a little bit about the key levels here for liquidation and a few other things there. Holy cow. Okay, we're going to take a look at this here. There is a lot going on in the back end here. So let's cover this first, and I'll go ahead and explain a few other things too. So when it comes to liquidation like this, 2.7 first of all is a heavy accumulation of shorts, and we got another heavy accumulation of 227 for longs. So my guess is we might see one more sweep or two more sweeps down below to wipe out the rest of that liquidity there. I'll make all the longs gun shy. They'll drive the price back up to that 270 range and then potentially dump after that. I wouldn't say it's 100% probability, it's just a possibility at this point, but again, just know these lower levels are fairly close to the price action. Makes sense for those to go first. And then of course, heavy concentration at 270. So that is a lot of volume, okay? So heavy amounts of liquidation at that one area. Quickly to note, before we get started though, I do want to congratulate some of our community members here for some fantastic scalp trades here. We got nice Solana, Ethereum, and what was it, AVAX. We did take a stop loss here actually in Solana for a long, but we hedged all of our longs with shorts. Okay, so again, these are just my day trading bot kind of sending out a lot of scalp trades there. The ones that I do manage myself personally are these here, KNC, 30% in 2 days, Uniswap 26% in 3 days. That was a short. Terra Classic 108% in 2 months. Gala 190% in 1.5 months. So again, those are swing trades. Phenomenal results. Honestly, it's been a really good month for us. I'll post those at the beginning of the month. But honestly, thank you so much for the wonderful feedback. I'm glad it's really working out well for you guys. And obviously, you want to consider joining. Links down below for cryptocash.tech. That is the website where you can register. So let's talk about the big picture first, okay? So let's go with the daily, and I want to kind of see if there's any specific key level supports and resistances, which we can see here, pretty obvious there are. We have a previous close here, which coincidentally the price action is exactly there at a previous day close. That's oftentimes a support level, okay? So we could consider that to be a potential support. We got another one here as well for a potential resistance at this point. Just some areas on the chart to kind of be mindful of. As we can see, there's previous areas of liquidity that have been swept. Both sell side and buy side, okay? There's also fair value gap here that was previously swept. We got one down below. We'll talk about that here in a minute. But I just like to kind of mark those little things on the chart there so we can kind of pay attention. They're kind of like the unsung heroes previous day, month, or week closes. It's really important to recognize those. So when we look at the RSI, we can kind of see RSI is tapering off. That's pretty standard. Money flow index coming down as well. That's concerning in most cases. When it continues lower like that, you can expect the price to probably go lower too, because it eventually hits a bottom. If you look at its history too, it's probably done this before. Most coins have when the money flow index goes really low and then RSI hits 30. It's probably the best case scenario is to get entry right here. You can see that's pretty much right here on the charts. Price tends to go up pretty good after you hit 30 on the RSI, and then of course money flow index is below that. And it really just tells you that it's extremely oversold, and that money has to flow back into the coin because there's no money left to sell, right? There's no more coins left to sell. So we're not there yet by any stretch, but we're trending towards that. MACD is diverging as well. 12 intersect with a 26 in a downward fashion. That's truly bearish. Again, previously, this coin has done this before where it gives you little MACD FUs, that's what I call them, where you're just kind of like, just kidding, right? The price comes down, right back up. Granted, that was when Bitcoin sold off to 34,800. It went back up to 38,000 like the day later, okay? Right now, we're seeing Bitcoin sell off to 37,000. We have just almost the same sized candle wick, okay? So that concerns me. Bitcoin isn't even half as low as it was before, and we're seeing a significant drop here in this coin. You do got to recognize, though, this ascending trend looks pretty positive all in all. You see how many times we've candle wicked up there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times now. It's just a matter of time before that breaks to the downside, okay? Because again, you can test trend lines only so many times before they break. Okay, so just be mindful that's possible. Pullback scenario there where the price action we drop below that ascending trend, the 20-day SMA, we could very well see the price continue lower. So we don't have a lot of constellation here, or sorry, that's all we have is just one constellation of the trend line. Most everything else is pointing down. Potential support at 50 in the RSI, but not really something we want to put a lot of weight into until it happens. All right, now TD sequential, no overextension noticeable. Let's take a look at the 4 hour. We are at a 7. Most coins are at an 8 or a 9. because Bitcoin was pulling back pretty hard. So in its history, we can see it's hit a 9 here previously, ramped up. Not a ton of consistency with 9s. We do have a 9 here. It became overextended afterwards. So I would not say this coin is behaving quite as predictable as some other coins are, right? So when we see a 7 here or a 9, for example, we won't really truly know based on its history here, recent history, that it's going to turn itself around. So that's kind of unpredictable. We are under 50 on the RSI, closer to 30, but kind of trending right in between. And that really just tells us here that it's a bearish type of scenario, not really an ideal situation in which you want to buy. Okay, so again, try not to just jump in because you feel like it's a good value. Obviously, if it's a situation where you're, hodling or, just saving for later, adding to your spot bag, that's a different story. But if you're going 100x leverage because Tom, Dick, and Harry online is doing the same thing and only posting the results of the good trades they take, that's what you're doing wrong, okay? The problem is, unfortunately, a lot of folks, they'll come over to my community wanting me to recover their portfolio because they got wrecked because they follow the wrong people. Just do trades for yourself, I mean, most of my traders, they're trading under me, but they're also learning and adjusting using their own risk tolerance with the trades I share. So it's important to recognize that, that there's one thing to be, just a lemming, and another one to be like, empowered trader. And that's what I want you to be. So hopefully you can learn something here today. If you have, comment below. Love to hear it. And just to note, we are underneath 2 of the moving averages. No, I'm sorry, all 3. The 200 is trailing behind. This is a very, very common occurrence with a lot of coins right now, and it's a very bad place to be. So just to note, Solana, Chainlink, I think Matic, a few others too that I've analyzed here today are also looking very similar. And it's not a great situation. They're making higher lows in a sense, right? Where you got this higher low here if you spread it out over a few weeks. But generally speaking, we're still trending downwards. And until this descending trend discontinues, we got to assume it's going to continue. All right, again, so all the more reason to not force a trade and to wait for the right opportunity. Let's see if there is any opportunity here on the hourly. And I'm willing to bet we got the same situation here with most other coins as well. Big surprise, we are well below the cloud. So this is our resistance level here, concurrent with this descending trend. Conversion lines below the baseline implies we should not have a long position open, and or you have a short position open, you got maybe about 12 hours to consider closing it unless the price continues to run. So all signs here point down. Doesn't necessarily mean the price is going to continue to drop. In fact, with it being overextended like it is, wouldn't be surprised we see somewhat of a little relief rally there, little dead cat to bounce off this resistance level, the descending trend, but it's too early to tell. So again, I'm commonly, a lot of folks will leave comments and say some really sideways stuff about how how ridiculous it is that I'm telling you that the price is going to go down. You know how stupid that is? That just baffles me that people get frustrated because they're emotionally connected to a coin. The reason why you're not successful in trading is because you're trading emotionally, all right? Disconnect that. It's not easy. It's not something you can do overnight. I teach that in my trading community, but I can tell you that it takes time to develop, and it helps to have like-minded traders surrounding you, okay? So why not jump on over to our Discord, Telegram, Twitter, have a good time, blow your mind with just the awesome traders that we have in our community. It's really a lot of fun here. We greatly appreciate it nonetheless. Thank you all to everyone. You know who you are. You make my life better just to be able to work with you on a daily basis. Greatly appreciate you. Hope you all have a good rest of your day. Thanks again so much for watching. We'll keep an eye on this here as well. And what is it? Once more, Anna, thank you so much for your request. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you. All right, folks, have a good rest of your day. Oh, sorry, one last thing. We do have a giveaway for Bitunix. I got to explain this because people always ask. You have until November 30th to essentially register. If you've already registered with my link, you're immediately eligible. It's going to be the first spots available. I think there's only a few left where you basically get a trading bonus for using the exchange. It's really simple. Anyways, no KYC, no VPN, phenomenal exchange, highly recommended. Have a good rest of your day. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.